Yo, welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy Don. I'm here with another banger, you know what I'm saying? But before we get into all that, go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notifications, hit that like button, help me grow. Look, man, I know some of y'all are still struggling with shooting. Or maybe you just don't want to be a play shot like 99% of the community, including myself, but I'm one of the go-to ones, so you know that is what it is. But with this build that I'm about to show y'all, you can be that versatile, well-rounded guard. You can get contact dunks, you can shoot middies, pretty much anything you feel like you want to be able to do. This build is goated, man. So for this year, I think it's especially important to create a build in itself that is elite at something. No matter what that is, if it's playmaking, shooting, or finishing at the rim. But this one is going to be one of those finishing builds. So we're going to go ahead and get started by looking at the pie charts. And here's just a glimpse into the future. The Lakers holding up that Western Conference champion trophy. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments, man. So for this build, we're going to go with the playmaking and slashing pie. I know a lot of people like to go with the pure play, but honestly, just if you think about it, the pure play this year ends up being good at nothing. So what you want to do, you want to go with the pure playmaking pie, man. It'll really set you apart from those other slashing playmakers, and people are going to think they can guard you going to the rim, and they won't be able to at all, man. You get them bodies, get them highlights. As for the badge count, you can see 19, 9, 22, and he's going to end up with 7 defense, man. And the reason why I made him this way is so that you can have that all-around point guard that you can use, so people can't just sit in the paint on you because you have those 9 shooting badges. And with my badge lineup, you'll see that this build is going to be able to hit those mid-range shots, hit those difficult shots, so people can't just sit off you and play in the paint and just wait for you to drive. You're going to be able to get them out the paint a little bit, be able to stretch the floor a little bit, or at least just enough so that you're not a defensive liability on the rest of your team. With this build though, I would suggest playing with as many shooters as you can, just so you can maximize the usefulness of this build. Because if you're playing with 2 inside bigs and another slasher, this build isn't going to be, one of those dominant builds like you're going to need it to be. But with the height, I'm going to go 6'5", because I like how it adds to my driving dunk. And honestly, just having a big, fast player is nice to me. And with the weight, I'm gonna just go up just a little bit to give him a little bit more strength, so you can blow past those play shots that are probably gonna be guard you. Like, they may be able to shoot, but they're not gonna be able to stop you on the other end, man, at all. And it's not in this build. It's one of the best builds to have to combat against play shots. And we're also gonna go max wingspan, add a little bit to that defense. But look at the mid range; it's still mid 70s. So you will be able to hit, especially with the badge we're going to go with. We're obviously going to go with slash and takeover. Playmaking wouldn't make much sense in this case. And we built a slashing playmaker. And remember, what our dribbles were, we would still be able to get those elite dribble moves, or those pro dribble moves this year. So we can go ahead and get into the badges. So the badges are somewhat preference, but I will give you the best lineup in my opinion, so y'all can be that glitchy slasher. Contact finisher Hall of Fame, Giant Slayer Hall of Fame, relentless. You need that. That is one of the most important badges. We're gonna go fancy on gold, and we're gonna put slithery finisher on Hall of Fame. And like I said, it is just preference, but that's what I would tell you to do. So the next thing, the most important part that you made this build for, you want to be able to hit shots off the dribble in the mid-range. So you're going to get all your hot spots from my career. That's a given. You're going to get range extender on gold, and you can get difficult shots on gold. There are also ways to make this build be able to be an off-ball player, and all you would have to do for that is take off Hot Zone Hunter and just put it into corner specialist. And then once you get rid of the ball, if you're not the primary ball handler, you'll still be able to hit in the corners, man. So this build will be able to do it all. Playmaking badges, these are my recommended ones. Obviously handles for days, space creator. Quick first step is the make or break badge for this build, because when you do those step backs or you do those size up dribble moves, you want to be quick out of that animation. So clamps, that is a must-have badge. especially with the way that they pretty much have everybody feeling like they're on skates in the rec. I haven't paid much attention to how it is in the park, but in the rec, it is real bad. It's all bad, man. Now with the jump shot, I am going to go with Steph Curry because it has one of the best green windows and make percentages for everybody that has below the 93 ball that all the play shots have. And even my opponent, I did put some thought into this. I went to play the Mavericks because Luka is a bigger, stronger guard, and even if I can show y'all how I can do Luka and everybody on that team, y'all know this build is going to be OP. So without further ado, man, we're going to get into some gameplay so y'all can see how this build actually plays. It's a monster. You know, we tested them out at 99, and once you get to 99, obviously you get that +4 to everything. You'll be even more deadly from the mid-range. Look at that. They're little boys, and at 6'5", to be able to finish with all that contact and be fast like he is really useful, man. And you see I can also hit free throws. That's the reason why you want to put a little bit of shooting even into non-shooting builds. It's still important to be able to do something that your build necessarily isn't built to do. I know he's not going to be elite at it, but you want to have the skill to be able to do that. Look at that. Contact dunks. He's not strong enough. Taking them all the way to the rim every time. Look at that. They're too slow. And now imagine this build on a team in rec where you break out for the fast break bucket and you got all those shooters with you. That's an easy kick out, easy assist, easy three. And for the rest of this gameplay, it's pretty similar, man. I'm unstoppable, getting contact dunks on multiple people. And with a little bit of IQ, this build would be unstoppable. A true Russell Westbrook build. Unfortunately, that means he can't shoot. No shade to my boy Westbrook, one of my favorite players. But everything else on this build is good. The handling, great. The finishing, great. The shooting is just okay. But being able to finish as well as this build can makes up for what you can't do in shooting, because eventually everybody's going to start playing you back. And that's when you start hitting up those little corners or those little moving shots, because with the difficult shots on gold, you will be able to hit that. And we all know fades are ridiculously OP right now. So that's something that you will be able to do with this build. But that's pretty much the end of the video, man. If y'all can hit me with that like, hit me with that subscribe, I really appreciate it. It helps me grow. And you know, we all a family in here. And the family that plays together stays together. So also add me on PSN. Alright, it's your boy Don and I'm out.